What's up, y'all? Coach Luis Monda here at Real Boxing Gym in Las Vegas, Nevada. I want to take a moment to address the age-old issue of when people come at us, the coaches, saying, I don't know how I feel about boxing anymore. This is something that we tend to hear a lot from people who've been training for a while and run into trouble outside the gym, be it personal drama, emotional struggles, financial struggles, basically just life getting hard. And it manifests sometimes in people who have like a real talent for the sport, aptitude for the sport. People in the gym tend to think highly of them, and it turns into a doubt that, by my experience, the doubt is a personal doubt that's being taken out on the sport itself. And let me elaborate as to why I feel that way. As someone who has also, like I myself have been faced with working out on and off over the last couple of years due to personal stresses and, outside the gym situations. But when confronted with that from people in my own circle saying, and this is something that I've heard since the beginning of my career as a coach, a fighter will get discouraged and I'll hear them say that. I'll hear them say, I'm not sure how I feel about boxing anymore. And I always felt that was a strange thing to say, because boxing is not, it's not a thing that requires a specific emotion. Like, you can come here feeling any kind of way. You can come to the gym feeling angry. You can come to the gym feeling sad. You can come to the gym feeling happy. It doesn't matter. Like, this is a place where you can learn to manage those emotions, or at the very least, your responses to them. So when people have said to me, I don't know how I feel about boxing anymore, especially knowing their history in the sport, the first thought in my head is always, yeah, you do. You do know how you feel about it, because how you feel about it hasn't really changed. How you feel about yourself has changed. That's what it comes down to. And the reason I say that is because boxing is always the same. You could come into this gym today or 5 years from now, if it still exists, and the same thing that's going on today is going to be going on then. It might just be a little different as to how, depending on what coaches are here. But boxing's boxing. Very rarely does boxing go through gigantic changes where it becomes unrecognizable from a previous form. Like, that doesn't happen very much. So it's not like the climate of the sport changes or the climate of the gyms change. That's not what's changed. You have, and your outlook is what has changed. And rather than saying, I don't know how I feel about myself, it's a lot easier to say, I don't know how I feel about the sport. But the sport is not what you need to get in order. It's your conduct and your how you carry yourself, what's going on in your life. And you know what? Coaches who put a lot into this, who put ourselves into this, who dedicate our lives to this, we'll do everything we can to help you with that. But we feel some kind of way hearing that kind of statement, because, again, boxing is something that remains consistent and remains solid. You come in and you're gonna experience the same things. You're gonna see sparring. You're gonna see people hitting bags. You're gonna see people learning the craft, and the feeling that you first felt that drew you in is still gonna be here. If you come in here and you feel something else, that you're bringing that with you, or what you're bringing with you is tainting that. And yeah, we can do our best to help you manage that situation, but you have to want it. You know what I mean? So consider that when you start to even think that, I'm not sure how I feel about this. And it doesn't even have to necessarily be boxing. It can literally be any sport you practice. First, consider that something is amiss with you. And that's tainting how you feel about literally everything. Not necessarily just this. But this exists as a way for you to find something steady. You know, like you could be gone for, if you're somebody who you've earned your way in this sport and you're gone for a little while and come back, you're going to have a lot of the same regard you had before. All you got to do is earn your way back in terms of, you know, like working out with everybody and getting back in circulation and part of, you know, what's going on in the gym environment. So again, boxing always stays the same. You know what I mean? Like for the most part. If you feel like you're unsure how you feel about the sport, it's time to examine the things that are going on that are affecting how you feel in general. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow, share, and we'll see you at the gym.